Hello, my ginger loves. Welcome to Tea Time with Joce. I am your host, Joce. Remember that I am not for everyone, and neither is this story. So, lately, let me preface this by saying I do not have the clock app, okay? TikTok. I Anyway, before I get sidetracked, I don't have the app. However, on YouTube, a lot of the content creators on the clock app have been they have YouTube channels, and lately I've been watching videos about like creepy stories, love spells, and other kinds of magic going left, about the Faya, mermaids, about, uh, you know, just spooky shit and things that have happened to people, repercussions for their behavior, right? And so um, I really, I really wanted to kind of tell just a couple of stories, um, because it does have to do with healing. And of course, that's what, this channel is dedicated to, about us breaking out of karmic cycles and, just being better human beings, right? Growing, going through the journey, having our awakenings, fulfilling what it is we contracted and came here to do. And so I just wanted to tell a few things. Um, Probably not very many of you have been with me literally from the very, very beginning when I first started my channel. That's why it's called Tea Time with Joce, because I was just talking about, things we need to do in our healing. And then, I got into tarot, and so I put that on here as well. But it's been on me for like days, and I've been trying to avoid it because I'm not one for trends, but I am a believer that when you start seeing a lot of the same thing, it's because that's where the spirits of the majority are. Okay? Um, a lot of us, especially if you are into the spiritual realm, if you're into spiritual things, you like spooky shit. And so, it kind of is a given that that's the kind of stuff you're going to run into. And I feel that, at least where I'm coming from, my experiences have been about growing, being better, learning lessons. So all that to say, the I'm gonna tell a couple of stories. Y'all let me know if you're interested in hearing about some more things. But I have literally been spiritual my entire life. I think it's because when I was a baby, I died, and I got behind the veil, and when the spirit that came back to the 3D realm, that was in this body, that is me, I came back as myself. And so, because of that, it just has allowed me to experience things that I wouldn't say people necessarily want to experience, but you do if you are in a certain place in life, or if you are a certain type of being, then sometimes these are things that you go through. So anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all about what happened the other day when I went to the metaphysical store. So I went to go get some crystals and some other stuff, because I'm doing an event in August, and I'm very excited about it, right? And so I'm making, like some spiritual gift bags. So I went to go get some things. And I'm walking around the store, and this lady comes in and she's talking to a guy that works at the store, and he's helping her look for something like powder, right? That's what was said. So immediately my ears perk up because that means you getting ready to do some spell work. And I'm trying to hear what's going on, but I'm still minding my business, getting what I need to get. And so I'm over where they are because what I'm needing to purchase is over there. And they came over there, I was already there. So she wants this powder. So he's asking her what she wants the powder for. And she says that she is about to do she didn't call it a love spell, but that's what it is. Because her person, he's acting up, and she wants to do something to make him behave and to make him come back. Y'all, immediately my heart went into my ass, because from the way sis is talking, I already know you don't know what you're doing. You're going to be doing it yourself because I heard you say that. So I know for a fact you're not paying someone, you're not buying something that you have to take to another practitioner. You are about to engage in warfare with something you don't understand, sis. So I'm still over there because I'm gathering a lot of different things, right, for my gift bags. And the whole time she's talking to the guy, all I can think to myself, all my spirit is screaming is that this is about to get really bad. Like, sis do not know what she's doing. The gentleman who works in the store, even had to explain to her, are you trying to manifest something? Or are you trying to do a work on him? She didn't even know the difference of that. So that is very frightening. That's how you conjure up shit that you didn't mean to conjure up because you don't know what you're doing. I am not in any way, shape, form, or fashion a pusher of doing love magic on people, because when it wears off, and it always does, when it wears off, baby, the repercussions are so catastrophic. If you've been watching any of those clock app creators, and you know what I'm talking about, where people have these love spell stories gone wrong, it never ends well, okay? Krishan and Blueface, that's spell work. That's love magic. Getting a tattoo of him on your face is blood magic. It's binding. You need something to bind the work. Nothing binds better than blood. That's why Christians, I plead the blood of Jesus, right? So nothing's more powerful than blood, than sacrifice. This lady is about to do something. I just feel it on the inside. From the top of my head to the sole of my feet, I know that this shit is going to go all the way left, and she's not even ready for what's about to happen to her. She tells the guy, I almost said his name, she tells the guy who works at the store that she's just sick of this, and she wants him to do right, and she's tired of him behaving a certain way. And at this point now, I'm trying to tune it out because I don't even want to know no more, okay? Because I already know what's about to happen to you. Then, and I will say this. Um, I moved back to Florida from Atlanta, and whether you like it or not, there is a very large black population in Atlanta. And that's part of the reason why, as a little girl, I wanted to live there, because I wanted to live around a lot of people who look like me. But that has nothing to do with this story. What I will say is that there are a lot of spiritual, metaphysical, you know, stores, botanicas, things like that there. And they are owned by people who look like me because they sell items that come from practices that people who look like me practice. So when you have knowledge of a thing, that is what you will generally, sell in your store. And so they don't have, you know, Poseidon and, all that stuff in those kind of stores, most of them, because African spirituality and religion is what they specialize in, so that's what they sell. Now, this metaphysical store here in Florida that I go to is owned by a Caucasian lady, and she has items from everyone, right? So she's able to accommodate us as people of color and black people, and she's also able to accommodate her counterparts because she has items and statues and things that accommodate to everyone's preferences. So what I will say is, at this store in particular, because I've been to a couple where I live and everybody's not responsible. Anyway, we're not getting into that. I will say that the lady who owns it, as well as her employees, which she does not have any people of color who work there either. But they all are very responsible when it comes to giving you knowledge and when it comes to giving you assistance. And so the guy who works there, he says, well, not knowing the difference between if you're trying to manifest something or if you are trying to do a work probably means that maybe you should be rethinking what you're trying to do. She asked him some question, and I really didn't hear the question, and he says, I'm not familiar with that because that's not a practice that I'm allowed to do. So I can't advise you on that. But what I can tell you is that you need to first know the difference between manifesting something and doing a work on someone, because your intention is going to give you two different things, right? And I appreciated him for that. He was basically trying to let sis know, that's not a good idea, girl, or it's going to be really bad. But she really wasn't getting the hint. Like, you can feel, another reason I was trying to stay kind of far away, I needed something over where she was, and I never even went back over into that space, because you could feel the desperation, and you could feel the disappointment and the anger from this lady for whatever it was this man was putting her through. And rather than not take his shit and move on with her life so she can begin healing and make room for God to bring something better into her life, she'd rather try to fix what's broken but don't even want to be fixed. He's showing you, sis, who he really is. Believe him. And if you have to resort to doing any kind of magic on a person, messing with someone's free will, you really need to leave them alone. Okay? So I don't know what the end result was. I know she kept insisting on getting what it was she wanted to get to do whatever it is she thinks she's about to do. And so, you know, the young man who works there, he spoke his piece. He did his job. He did his part. He did the right thing. He tried to discourage sis from making this purchase because he knows she's in for a war if she does this because she does not know what she's doing. He assisted her, and I went to the other side of the store, and then I got to talking to someone, another young lady that was in there, and that was divine. So I think God wanted me to definitely hear about what sis was doing so I could tell y'all, don't do that. Please stay away from trying to alter and manipulate people's actions and behavior. Even if it's not love, if it's bending someone's will in any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion, please don't do that. Because the 3D consequences ain't got shit on what's about to happen to you in the spirit. And this is not about people who have knowledge, who have studied, who practice, who know what they're doing. This is about dipping and dapping in magical things when you don't yet know how to properly use your magic. Okay? Please stop letting these clock app people, Instagram people, Twitter, X, whatever it's called, Facebook, and whatever other kind of social medias there are out there. Please stop allowing these people to influence you. That's why I don't like the term influencer. Be an inspiration, but don't influence people. Because the word influence indicates that you are attempting to, in essence, manipulate them, bend people's will to your favor. You're trying to influence. We get influenced by demonic things. So don't let these people influence you into doing something that could cost you your life in any kind of way. What sis is about to engage in is about to open a door that I don't think she's prepared for. Just the language that she used, the way she wasn't even able to answer the question about if she wants the powder for this or the powder for that, or even knowing why she needs powder. Those are indicators that sis don't know what she doing. She is not prepared for what's about to happen to her life by doing what she's about to do. Again, to the young man's credit who works there, he really did attempt to dissuade her from doing what she's about to do. And she just couldn't be dissuaded. And the reason I brought up the emotions that were emitting from her is because when you do any kind of work for yourself, for other people, to other people, however you use your magic, your intention is what gives power and life to the magic. So if you are doing work and you're doing it with anger, disappointment, desperation, it's only not gonna work, but it's not gonna work in the worst way. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really afraid for her. because that's how angry she was. That's the energy that I could feel from her. How much hurt and disappointment. She didn't go into detail about what Brother Man been doing, and even if she did, I wouldn't say anything because that's not y'all business, that part. But what I will say is your emotions have to be in check when you are doing any kind of work, manifesting whatever, because the intention that you have in that moment, the energy that you're putting into the work is going to affect the result. And sis 38 hot with Brother Man. I'm concerned for her. I don't know what her name is. I don't know where she lives. Nothing. Like, while I was talking to the other person I told y'all that I ran into in the store, I don't know that person either. While I was talking with her, sis paid for her stuff and she left. So, I don't know. But I'm very concerned for her because she does not really understand the ramifications of the party she about to get started with the fuckery she got going on, because she won't let Brother Man go and get her another Brother Man. Just do that. After you've healed, you've gotten through, you realize that person wasn't worth your time, they weren't worth your peace, they were interrupting your frequency, let them go. Let them go. Anywho, that's the story. Every time I go to this metaphysical store, I run into someone or something happens that becomes a lesson, or something that I be like, ooh, So if y'all want to hear about the time that I met a warlock who is a minister here where I live, at the metaphysical store, y'all let me know in the comments and I'll tell y'all that story. I've already gone on long enough, so I'm not going to tell it in this video. But if y'all want to hear about the time I met the warlock, that's a pastor, not just a minister, a pastor, a person with their own church, a very well-known church here. If you want to know about that, then y'all let me know in the comments and I'll tell y'all that story. That one was a doozy also. How he literally told me the whole plan of him about to remove his spouse. And he was going to do it on Facebook Live. Whew. I love y'all. I hope y'all have the most amazing week. It's about to be the 8-8 portal, the Lionsgate portal, and because we are in a year 8, it's 888, baby. That thing finna be so powerful. You should be able to feel it now already. Whoo, I'm excited for the Lionsgate. But anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all about that. Don't do love magic, okay? Don't do no kind of spell work where you're trying to manipulate people's will, because it's just gonna go bad for you and your ass gonna end up in a jar or something, because you just working the magic in a way that it was not given to you. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for your love, for your grace, for your kindness, for your good energy. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all again soon, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.